Hi everyone, it's Ikue. Happy Leo season. Step 0 Leo, July 22nd, and it's Tuesday. It's a powerful day to set your intention. We are going to master our self-love in this Leo season. And today is the step 0. That's the boundary energy. That's a Pluto, and that's a Scorpio energy. We are gonna set this tone of self-love. That's the vibe. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. And it is a powerful day. Do you guys feel that shift of air, like the energy shift? I love being Leo season. I'm a Leo rising, so definitely I'm so excited how this Leo season will unfold. Last year, I really focused on self-love, and I gone through this Serious Joys program called 40 Days of Self-Love. And it was my second time when I did that last time. And when I did the very first time, I didn't really understand the concept of step system that I've been talking about every single day. But when I did that last year, I was able to understand more about what it's like for me to love myself and love myself more, right? If you were never been taught how to love yourself, like the concept is so foreign that it doesn't click. There's also so many layers to how to love yourself, right? How to love yourself. But I think it's about remembering that we already love ourselves. So we don't need to learn to how to love ourselves, but to remember we already love ourselves. And I think we're in a calm, peaceful state. And then when we feel comfortable with our existence, I think we're already in love. So I'm excited to explore what it's like for us to love ourselves. And from that place, we create. So Leo season is powerful. Life has to stop. That was weird. Anyway, so self-love. And we are connecting with our self-love. And from there, we create. So that's the energy. Oh, that's so weird. And now my filter is gone. It's okay. I have no makeup on as always. That's the vibe. So I picked 2 essential oils for today. I thought it's like that step 0, of course it's the heart, and I want to make it more ritual, ceremonial. So sacred ritual, I love this oil. It's enhance your performance, sacred ritual oil. And every time I feel like, every time I use this oil, I feel like I am setting the tone, and I make it very intentional. Yeah, hi Amani, good morning, beautiful Ikue, yes, beautiful Amani, Habibi. So let's put the heart chakra oil and to set some powerful intentions for the day and for this next 30 days. And it's for everyone. Yes. Habibi. Okay, let's create some heat and smell. And this is a heart chakra oil. Is for me and it's for everyone who's watching live or recording. So thank you guys for being here to stay connected with your self-love, and happy Leo season. And this season is powerful, very powerful. Okay, so that was the heart chakra. Stay in your heart. And now next one is a sacred ritual, and I love this oil. Highly recommend before you perform, before you speak, before you start anything. Let's make it ritual, make it ceremonial. Intentions are everything. Happy Leo season. We're setting the boundaries around our self-love. We catch yourself. Is there any place where you talk negatively about yourself, right? Or anxiety kicks in and it's like, oh, we don't do this no more. Can you catch yourself? when you are going in this old loop, right? And I've been talking about how our relationship has changed so much, and sometimes most of the time what happens is that when you raise your frequency, the dynamics of your relationships change, and people get confused, like, why you're speaking up, why you're suddenly bitchy. But it's like, no, this is a new standard. I'm raising the bar because I love myself, because I've been taking care of myself, remove my stress. Now I need to, everything around me need to adapt around it. So sometimes we find ourselves, oh, I don't have a lot of people around me anymore, because people around you either rise with you or fade away or fall away. Like I use this word, fall away. Think of like when you're rising, you're going up, but you equally need to anchor yourself, right, as you rise. Anyways, as you rise up, it's kind of like the people around you can't keep up with you, right? So as you go, it's like, oh, fall away. But then there are gonna be people who will stuck with you, or new people will come, right? And has been my energy and has been my journey, and it can be very lonely. I've gone through that. Sometimes there's emotions built up, and then I cry out, but that's also part of it, right? Hi Danny, I had to boundary off my family of origin. My nervous system couldn't handle it anymore. Yeah, that's also part of it. We all go through that. And there's no such things as perfect family. And, like I come from a good family, but it's far from perfect. And sometimes you realize, like, like if it's a very average family interaction, when you interact with them the first time, it's like, oh, so happy to see you, and then maybe like after 1 hour it's like, okay, time to go. Or when I call with my mom, and interaction is good, right? And then at some point it's like, okay, I gotta go. I know when to leave. So, but then if you're in a situation where your family was totally toxic to you, and then it just, maybe the situation we have to go through, whether that's a family dynamics or job dynamics or anything, right? Your toxic relationship, and there comes a point where it's like, it's hard when you're in the loop. It's so hard to get out of it. But once you say no, once you start to say no, and then everyone's gonna come at you. It's kind of like when you wake up, think of like literal movie Matrix, right? When the Neo wakes up, and then there are outside force that try to contain you. It's like, are you sure? And it's like, I'm sure. And you rise above it. And then once you rise above this structure, and when you're there, and you once interact with your family member or anyone that were in the loop that got you trapped, right, in the first place, and it's like, I can see things more differently from that maybe third party perspective of why people are acting like this, and see those people with more like wounded inner child, wounded, like, oh, my mother was not perfect. My mother was wounded or traumatized, right? And so those things it takes a while, right? Because it's like when we are little, look up to our parents, or even though they're not perfect, but then it's like they were like authority, right? So I think the word, I just want to say this word, is like taking ownership to what you've had or what you call into your life. And that also, when you have that certain childhood, you repeated this pattern taken from the past life, so that you can do something about it this life. That's what I learned. Supposedly, age 0 to age 30, we kind of go through that less intense version of our past life theme, and so that we can do something about it after 30 years old. So for me, not feeling good enough, and that was that source of all that problems in my life, right? And because I don't feel good enough and I don't know how to love myself, and so from there, then I need to prove myself. When I work hard, achieve goals, people may like me, right? So then I'll be successful. So I'm like goal oriented all the time. And I have Capricorn energy of decision making, integrity. So I would just go for it, right? And then again, I will get drained. I don't know when to stop. And then, those kind of things. Fear of abandonment, not feeling good enough. Fear of abandonment. And if I work, then all of these consequences, snowball effect, how can I cut the chain, right? It's just going back to the roots of the cause, not feeling good enough. Why do I feel like that? It's my birthright to feel safe, be enough, and be lovable. It's like, okay, then, maybe I didn't have that childhood to remind me how lovable I am. And just like, okay, I tell myself now that, okay, when nobody sees me, when nobody loves me, then, well, I love myself. Let that be enough. Also, when I feel very lonely and feeling like nobody understands me or holds me, then, well, Mother Earth is holding me. I'm here on Mother Earth. So it's about how you can shift the narrative. That's number one. Change the narrative and rewrite the story, right? And I think a lot of spirituality, Joe Dispenza talk about that. But also what is so powerful around it is to actually move your fascia, because it's not just here, it's everywhere, right? So connecting with your energetic field and all this ethereal field that you can't even see. And this is where we rewrite our narrative and story to remind ourselves, like, okay, we get to create our own reality. How can you do that? We need to cleanse our field. Are you eating good food? Are you taking your 92 minerals from survival malls? Right, Amani? So, bringing back flow into your life is so important. Body flow, your mind flow, the flow of your mind, how you think about things. Because when you have this stagnant energy, we catch ourselves, right? We get caught in that moment. It's like old loop. And it's like, if you have that flow, when you are taking care of yourself, hydrating yourself, and it's like you can pass that phase quite fast, right? So going through, and it's okay, go again, the moving through. So, yeah, Leo, step 0. Today is the boundary. You may have experienced a lot of emotional, tides going through you, right? It was a lot. Yesterday was 29 degrees Cancer. So it's like, did you learn the lesson yet? So energy go through this one last time. It's the waves of tides of emotions. And it's like, ooh, and we'll just let that go through. And today, start with 0. Today, I hated, for the longest time when I started to study astrology, I hated step 0 of any zodiac sign because I didn't have a good boundaries for my self-love, right? I didn't have good boundary for, I didn't know how to protect myself. The protection is not about shielding, but it's more about that discernment, how you set the line. When the energy comes from outside or even comes from inside, because we could be our worst enemy, how we talk to ourselves, right? When that energy comes, can you protect your self-love? Can you protect your inner peace around it, right? When it comes and you feel anxiety. This morning I felt a little bit of anxiety around my home, like the concept of home. I think I have moved a lot in my life so far, and a lot of times it was almost forced, it was the outside force. Okay, I want to do this, then in order to do that, I need to change my living situation. You know, I never enjoy moving. Some people move like it's their hobby, but yeah, you know, I always feel like I have a lot of stuff and it's hard for me to move. Anyway, so I have this idea of, you know, anxiety around moving. I'll be, if I'm comfortable, it's kind of like the programming that I noticed this morning. If I'm comfortable and I started to enjoy my place, that's when I need to move. And so I caught myself and I already broke that chain. This is my home. When I move, I just know that this is my time to move. So I'm not going to be forced to move out, right? So that's that karma that I was able to break. But then the pattern comes, the idea comes. So what if it's like, okay, no, it's okay. I know better. I work through this. So here comes a boundary, right? I have beautiful boundaries. I know when to say yes and know when to say no. And I'm going to choose myself. And it doesn't matter. Maybe things are crumbling, but I'm going to choose myself and I'm going to be okay. So it's time for us to really trust and depend on ourselves, the wisdom inside rather than the outside, because the outside is changing so much and people are, you know, we are all forced to face uncertainty. I don't really see outside as uncertainty anymore, because I stopped engaging with the uncertainty because I don't watch news anymore. Yeah, but then the algorithm shows me stuff that I need to see, right? But I think it's time for us to really go inwards as usual. And regulating your nervous system is to coming home to yourself, coming home to your body, instead of demonizing your body or sensation you're feeling, or be scared of what's happening, right? It's like, oh, I had another parasite, or oh, I have this eczema again. It's like, surrender. It is what it is, right? It's like, it's gonna work itself out. But yeah, minimum, move your fascia, work on your body. Like it can be a lot, right? But the cause, the solutions can be very simple. Hydrate yourself and then remove your stress by doing fascia maneuvers, and work on your emotions that get you there, and try to clean up your environment. If you find yourself in a toxic environment, try to make a small change, right? If you can't make a big change, and then I told this to Amani, if she's still watching. I feel like everyone is meant to walk through our own fire and to go through our ego death. And you can't do that with friends. You can't walk through the fire. I mean, you can just like simultaneously walk beside you and walk through the fire, but nobody can spoon feed you, and you know, nobody can take your hands and to walk through the fire like friends. That's what I meant. And I feel like, yeah, so in that process, you feel lonely, right? And I feel like as we raise our frequency, we go through this tunnel of cleansing almost. And in order to go through that, maybe there's a tunnel right beside each other. But it's like everybody needs to go through your ego death by yourself. Nobody else is. And when you walk through the fire, go through this cleansing phase and filter out anything that don't serve us into the next phase. When you come out of it, that's when you that's when you get to meet your friend. It's like, hello, meet on the other side. So that's how I describe ascension. Right? Yeah, we got this. And we're all doing this together, separately. So anyways, let me read a collective message for today. 0 degree Leo. Today, the lion roars at the threshold of a new chapter. 0 degrees Leo is not just the beginning of a season, it's the reset point for your heart. The boundaries is love. The boundary is sovereignty. The boundary is a refusal to shrink. This hits me hard. The boundary is a refusal to shrink. This is where Scorpio's depth meets Leo's radiance, where the power to feel deeply translates into the courage to shine boldly. From today, we do not lead from people-pleasing. Today, we do not lead from people-pleasing, from depletion, or from distortion. We lead from truth in the heart, strength in the body, and clarity in the boundary. Everything hits me so hard. If it doesn't honor your heart, it doesn't cross the threshold. If it doesn't elevate your energy, it doesn't deserve access. Amen. Let this be the season where your light commands respect and your love chooses wisely. Welcome to the season of heart-led leadership. Wow, let that sink in for a moment. I'm going to read without interruption of my reaction. Let that sink in. Today, the lion roars at the threshold of a new chapter. 0 degrees Leo is not just the beginning of a season, it's the reset point for your heart. The boundary is love. The boundary is sovereignty. The boundary is a refusal to shrink. This is where Scorpio's depth meets Leo's radiance, where the power to feel deeply translates into the courage to shine boldly. From today, we do not lead from people-pleasing, from depletion, or from distortion. We lead from truth in the heart, strength in the body, and the clarity in the boundary. If it doesn't honor your heart, it doesn't cross the threshold. If it doesn't elevate your energy, it doesn't deserve access. Let this be the season where your light commands respect and your love chooses wisely. Welcome to the season of heart-led leadership. That was good. So boundary is love. When people call you names. I posted this on the IG story. I found this video about what is that? It's Britney bitch. It's like Britney bitch, and Empress tarot card is like dancing. That's a Leo vibe, right? Empress vibe, and I think that's the vibe we need to kind of call in this Leo season. You know, you can add your name, insert your name, and an Ikue bitch, and it's coming in, and then just know that it's not selfish. It's you lead with your love. And you have this strong heart that leads so much that it's like everything that is not love will fall away as you rise, right? Shine your light bright. And one thing I always tell myself now, that it's like that era of acting small, the era of shrinking small is over for me. It's time for us to, it doesn't matter, we don't need to please people, right? We shrink small because we wanted to please others. And our smallness is over, you know. We shrunk ourselves small because we don't want to make other people uncomfortable. Why do we do that? So we don't do that anymore. And that's our boundary. And the boundary is love. The boundary is sovereignty. The boundary is a refusal to shrink. So let that sink in on this step 0 powerful Leo season. For the next 30 days, we're going to love ourselves, and we're going to learn how to love ourselves in that Leo vibe and the energy coming from a strong queen, lioness, and also king, you know, lion energy. And we're also preparing for this powerful Lionsgate portal where we're gonna manifest, right? So let us just focus on ourselves. You know, peace within is what we need to cultivate. Self-love will take us to the next level. We just need to choose ourselves, right? And it's not about going outside. It's just Love yourself so much that it's just radiate from within. No more proving, no more gripping, no more bracing, no more comparison, comparing yourself with the others, because seeing what others are doing, it's not about that anymore. Like, where are you in your frequency? So let's focus on that. Okay, let's finish with the heart and the brain. Take your right hand on your heart and on left hand on the top of your head, and let's rewrite our story, reprogram ourselves. Let's say energy circulate through your heart and the brain. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Repeat after me. Hello, brain. Hello, mind. Hello, inner child. Hello, ego. Hello, body. Hello, fascia. Hello, heart. Hello, all parts of myself. Thank you for working together in harmony. I love our collaboration that is so harmonious, efficient, smart, and respectful. Our inner harmony is unshakable and unbreakable. All parts of myself are being felt, seen, cared, loved. Let's place your heart. Let's place our heart in the center. Hello, heart. You're the lighthouse. We follow you. I am safe, protected, guided. I lead with love. Choosing myself is not selfish. It is our boundary. And the boundary is beautiful. We are radiant. No more shrinking, no more acting small. I release the need to overplease others. I choose myself. The more I choose myself, the better everything flows. The more I relax, the more I am in love, in peace, the better everything flows. Let me try again. The more I am in love and peace, the better everything flows. Because I am enough. My presence is already enough. My essence shifts the room. I am worthy. I'm so worthy of everything life has to offer. My body moves with ease, joy, love. I'm a magnet of love. I believe in myself. I love myself. All is well. I'm joyful, confident, brave. I'm moving forward with courage. The last, you can add anything you want. I was just thinking, nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. Yeah, well, that's like, sometimes you get caught in that toxic positivity, right? I've done my inner shadow work and I'm continuing to do my shadow work. So I am balanced. I'm not just like, it's like nothing can stop me, repel everything. It's not about that. It's just know that you have good boundaries. When you know how to discern, you know how to filter out good stuff, not so good stuff, right? But you are open and receptive, and so every decision you make come from that fluidity and adaptability, and you're willing to move forward with courage and love, and you're not afraid of making mistakes through this. So that's the vibe I like to embody this powerful Leo season. Hope you guys take something out of this, and sending you so much love. I used to get this love emoji, but it doesn't come out anymore. Anyways, thank you so much for being together and sharing this time, and I appreciate you so much. And let us focus on staying in our life, and see you tomorrow. Bye everybody.